God did not make spreading the gospel an option. He didn't. He made it a command. What are you doing in your everyday life to spread the gospel to help the kingdom? After I read this, you are going to feel a whole lot better about this. And if you feel led to, share, because we can spread the gospel like this too. The devotional today, furthering the gospel. There are two ways to look at every situation, how it will affect you and how it will affect God's kingdom. The Apostle Paul was always concerned with how his circumstances might aid the spreading of the gospel. When he was unjustly imprisoned, he immediately looked to see how his imprisonment might provide God's salvation to others. He was simply making best use out of what God had given him. When he was assailed by an angry mob, he used the opportunity to preach the gospel. When Paul's criminal proceedings took him before the king, his thoughts were on sharing his faith with the king. Even when Paul was shipwrecked on an island, he used that opportunity to share the gospel there. Regardless of his circumstances, Paul's concern was how he could use his current situation to tell others of God's good news of salvation. Often when we encounter a new situation, our first thoughts are not about God's kingdom. When we face a crisis, we can become angry or fearful for our own well-being, rather than looking to see what God intends to do through our circumstances. If we remain self-centered, we will miss so much of what God could do through our experiences for both us and for those around us. Ask God today to make you aware of how He could use your present circumstances to bless others and to spread the gospel. Perhaps someone around you needs to see the difference Christ's presence makes in your life. Are you willing for God to use your circumstances to demonstrate His saving power to those around you? Guys, there is simply no excuse not to spread the gospel. When you have been transformed through Jesus, you simply cannot help it. You want to. Comment what you guys thought, share to somebody else, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.